All right, so we're interrupting the podcast real quick so we can run through the Cliff Notes version of this automated recruitment strategy. It's a beast, so you'll definitely want to head to the site and check out the visuals. You can head to the blog and search recruitment, or you can head to the homepage and search recruitment if you don't have the direct link. But if you're on the podcast page, we will link to it in the notes. So if you're watching the video, you'll see the nice visual of the slides that we've created. If you are listening to the podcast, I'll try to do my best to articulate what exactly is happening. So the steps to this automation. Step 1, you want to define your audience. Step 2, you want to activate Interseller, interseller.io. Step 3, you want to write the copy for your sequences, connection requests, and your email copy. Interseller actually will help with the email side of things. Number 4, you want to set up Orca. So use orca.com. Number 5, you want to connect Zapier to Orca. Number 6, you want to push leads and start connection requests sequences. So there is a step between 5 and 6. If you do not have leads, you want to request some data from Interseller. Or you can go to your data source and collect your data however you do. Number 7, you want to delay the start of the email campaign for 5 days after the start of the connections campaign. And that allows you time to go ahead and see what's happening, who's responding to the LinkedIn outreach campaign, and give your ATS or your CRM time to propagate and make sure that there's no duplication going on. Number 8, you want to run your cold email outreach sequence after that delay. Number 9, you want to filter and export the list of all who did not reply or opt out. And number 10, you want to zap that list or manually load it to Orca, whichever you choose, to start the messaging sequence to those who did not reply or opt out. If you're watching the video, you can see now a visual of the actual journey from Interseller zapping over to Orca, Orca pushing the messaging requests, and anyone that is responding or engaging with that messaging request gets zapped back into Interseller, which then updates the list of outreach. And there's a native two-way sync to Bullhorn as well as Greenhouse, and I believe Lever too, inside Interseller. And then there's a Zap application, so you can go ahead and connect your CRM if you do not use ATS, and you can sync open replies with your ATS. The one other thing I'll mention for the podcast, I won't go into this into too much more detail as far as the strategy is concerned. You can go ahead and check out this slide on the website. But defining and finding your prospects. So this is really important. Your actual prospects, your recruits, you want to be very detailed with defining who those are. You want to run a few different searches. Obviously, you can use LinkedIn, you can use the recruitment tool, you can use a general search. If you have a free LinkedIn account, they will limit that. But there are other talent search tools like dice.com has a good one that we link to. And then on slide 6, if you're watching the video, you will see a whole list of other recruitment specific search tools that you can use to really narrow down a list of candidates. And that could be a filtered list in any of these websites, or it could be the actual profile URLs for those candidates. So LinkedIn is going to be probably your best option to go ahead and share the profile URLs with your data enrichment team. If you're using Interseller, this is pretty simple. All you have to do is give them the really strict definition of who you're after. And the other reason why we use Interseller in this automation is because they are very good and also allow you to designate specifically personal emails if you would like to use only personal emails. This is a US-based strategy, so if you are listening from the EU, it will not work for you because you cannot email these recruits in this fashion or send them these types of messages. So go ahead and check that out. I'll link to everything that I've just mentioned in the podcast notes. as well as under this video if you're watching the video on YouTube or anywhere else. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll get back into the discussion with Stephen.